think one of Trump's tax plan they were talking about was possibly going through and saying, look, you don't get a step up in basis when you pass, but there is no estate tax either. So that could change completely your strategy. And so retirement planning, as each new administration comes in, is going to change, and you have to be able to maneuver and change your strategies based on these tax law changes and things like that. However, when you're dealing with this stuff, it's like, you know, when you deal with the 1031 exchange, that's a great strategy to use. And one of the things that we're enacting right now that I'm just really excited about is on each one of my houses, you know, that I sell a house to an investor or I buy a house myself, say for 150 grand. In Tennessee, the land building ratio is like 80% land and 20% building. Out here it's like 50-50, right? And so when you're dealing with that land building ratio, usually the building portion gets written off over 27 and a half years. That's how it works, right? Now if you go replace an appliance or you go replace, you know, something in your property that's a fixture, usually those things have a 5-year depreciable life where you can write them off over 5 years, okay? Now what's cool is that I hooked up with what's called a cost segregation analysis company. Anybody know what a cost seg is? Okay. So a cost seg, all you're doing is picking apart the pieces of the building. So you're saying the building's worth on $150,000 property, 80 on my purchase, 80% is building, that's $120,000. I go through and do an analysis on the square footage of the driveway. How much is the driveway worth, and how much is the fence on the outside worth? How much is the kitchen cabinets worth? How much are all the appliances, the water heater, the HVAC unit? All of those things can be separated from the building. And now what you've done is you've just said, I've just taken away stuff from a 27 and a half year depreciable life to a 5 or 15-year depreciable life. So you can front load a bunch of that depreciation. And so what's cool is most of these cost segregation companies only do it when you're dealing with very large commercial buildings, because that's usually when it makes sense, because they charge you like 20 grand for these cost segs. However, the company that I'm using, because I do 5 a month consistently, they've been able to set it up for me for $1,000 to go through and do this on every house. So it cost me $1,000 to be able to front load all the depreciation, which actually turns out to be around 6 grand more, 5 to 6 grand more per year in depreciation, which, you know, if you're in a 40% tax bracket, that could be 2 grand really easily in additional depreciation. You're making over 100% return on your initial cost seg. Yeah.
Just real quick.